Vice President Mike Pence says the U.S. has run out of patience with North Korea's nuclear ambitions. Pence came as close as he could overnight to stepping onto North Korean territory. He visited the heavily guarded demilitarized zone separating North and South Korea and said, quote, all options are on the table.
Vice President Pence arrived in South Korea just hours after the latest North Korean missile test fizzled. A former British Foreign Secretary says a U.S. cyber attack may have played a role in the failure. Adriana Diaz is following the Korean standoff from Beijing. But first, let's go to Chip Reid at the White House. Chip, good morning.
Well, good morning. The White House is sending a message to its allies and to Pyongyang that North Korea is a top foreign policy priority. Vice President Pence reinforced that message with an unannounced trip to North Korea to the demilitarized zone, where he pointed to recent military action to highlight America's resolve.
If China is unable to deal with North Korea, the United States and our allies will.
Standing with the acting president of South Korea, Vice President Mike Pence offered a warning to the North.
The world witnessed the strength and resolve of our new president in actions taken in Syria and Afghanistan. North Korea would do well not to test his resolve.
The administration is hoping North Korean leaders were watching when the U.S. launched a recent airstrike on a Syrian airfield in response to a chemical gas attack, and when the U.S. dropped the 11-ton mother-of-all bombs on ISIS in Afghanistan. Earlier in the day, Vice President Pence stood in the demilitarized zone, just feet away from the border of the isolated nation.
The era of strategic patience is over. President Trump has made it clear that the patience of the United States and our allies in this region has run out.
Celebrating Easter weekend in Palm Beach, President Trump commented via tweet, implying that China was helping pressure their neighbor, North Korea. Quote, why would I call China a currency manipulator when they are working with us on the North Korean problem? We will see what happens. The administration's plan is to increase pressure on the North Koreans diplomatically, working mainly with China. Additional sanctions on the regime are a possibility, as well as the use of military force.
This is a situation that just can't continue.
National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster said the U.S. was working with allies to avoid war.
It's time for us to undertake all actions we can, short of a military option, to try to resolve this peacefully.
Vice President Pence is just the latest top administration official to visit the region. Secretary of Defense Mattis and Secretary of State Tillerson have also been there recently. It's all part of the president's balancing act of reassuring allies while showing strength to North Korea. Gayle?
Chip, thank you.